Best way to start a video is taking a pain medication. Because your freaking tooth is hurting so much. It's... I hate wisdom teeth, and I just don't get it why it's so bad for me every single time. Goddamn. Let's distract ourselves from the nasty truth of this world being a pain in the ass. With this girl. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell... I don't know if you heard that, but we have our, like this piano thing in there, and our cats turned it on today, and they have been playing it randomly. They just run on top of it, and then there's random like or dun dun, and I'm so amused. I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell what I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concern of those who willingly share that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really nothing that big of a deal. My friend is suicidal because I'm hanging out with the girls. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something has happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry, didn't mean to say something so stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been just friends for a longer time, that's all. Oh, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Isa, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what they may be going inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, I have a grape here. It looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she, bitch? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends after all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle, curious, and as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri? You're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica cows out to the club room. Poems! Before I knew it, everything was back to normal. Let's fetch the poems. We make eye contact with Monica and she smiles. Wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Just Yuri. Isa, your writing has only improved in this last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't even think it came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never come to me naturally. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. I'm so good. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remembered you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Yeah, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, she smiles sadly. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Do you know? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make you a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Lisa. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. Me? All I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No. Oops. That's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Isa. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me a poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Oh, wait, cat moment. She always likes to be in my lap. I can't. She's so fucking cute. Ghost Underlight Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing in the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting shadows to shield me from the visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is a rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Oh, fuck! I handed it back to Yuri without reading it until the end. Oh, she doesn't take it. She looks away. Do you dislike it? Oh no, of course not. I just really don't know how to respond. Despite Yuri's poems always being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one's about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. The freaking cats with the piano. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me, so thank you. And I hope you get to keep spending time together. Despite all my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge from Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. The poem is... Once again Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? She nods. I'd love to. Again Yuri faintly smiles, as she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know that I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something, but I'm sure we can talk later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. Let's see. No thanks. You didn't even... Next. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell that you didn't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Thanks. I didn't write for this anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, as I was just hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Isa. Sayuri, there's something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everybody else now, if you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling okay. See you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, she walks away cheerfully and humming to herself. She is so bothered by this. Monica. Hi, Isa. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It will also make me happy to see. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding. My cat is playing with a toilet paper roll. Your style's gotten so refined, Isa. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words past these couple days than she's talking a whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. It's an awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day when we are creepily staring at you. Reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality, they're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I really didn't mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The lady who knows everything. Oh, that's probably Monica. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering into twilight sky. Until one... No! There should be done button at the bottom because I was trying to scroll down. You know, fuck you. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. Think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Marika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response, something you put so much effort into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? It's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. She's like a radio show. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a sec! Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ooh. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe? Look, the only thing different is that Sayuri is in here. Oh, it seems you're right. Sayuri always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you pick the time when she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Huh. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we need a lot of them, different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That might be the case. But if I can't be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? You should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. Oh, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You will be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Isa. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would be probably a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really be appreciative of that. That's... Monika's suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond in a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the bacon on your own. Isa may not like to be around if you may only make him to be a nonsense. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Isa to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And bacon, is it? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Isa to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry, I wasn't just saying though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Isa, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Sure, man. That's kind of cool that... Wow, this is a stretch. But sorry. I'll be probably most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already about to say something mean. No, I was just saying, ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Isa? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking by yourself? Yeah, I already said I would be fine, okay? Everybody's feeling a little sour, and Natsuki especially. Is that everything? Yeah. Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Isa? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested in see how it all turned out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everybody yelling at me? I didn't do anything. No, that's not how it meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Isa picked me, and also your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. We're kind of taken back with Monika. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say in a time like this. Because she always helps out everyone with a smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe in you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. Let's head out. I turn around. Sorry, I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that I slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then, we exchange phone numbers. Okay, I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought it would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. Yeah, let's not press her. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Isa. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting a lot of reasons. The one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But yeah, she thinks to herself, you're overthinking this. You want me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Huh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? She thinks hard. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. I can't believe this. Yuri's going to come into my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling at her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we were outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is that a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. I will think the fuck out of it. Seriously, I can't wait. It's Sunday! I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there is no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and I am also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive first, but it was long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayuri since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. That's it. He went on top of the keyboard. It's not the best chair to be on top of, but he's trying his best. Ow. What the oh. Okay. Is it really okay for me to put Sayuri's feelings aside when she needed me? I decided to visit Sayuri before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayuri's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a bit of a simply habit to enter the house. My cat is walking straight there, so I'm really concerned about the keyboard. Don't step on it. I love you too. Come to my lap, man. Here. There is a nice hole. Yes. He's so black you cannot see him. I have a cat in my lap. I'm not insane. The house is quiet. Sarah isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, and I finally find her. Sarah? Hi, Isa. I sit down in her room. Sarah forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Oh, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has changed, has it? Saya's room is as messy as always. I also recognize the same stuffed animals in the wall decorations that she's had for years. You came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it up for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayuri had already left by the time we decided last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Yeah, that's true. What about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Yuri then? Yep. There's more silence between us. She stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you're doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... She smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Isa. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you would have been worried about me at all. You would have not come here. You would have not have been able to think of me about it like now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayuri. I grab Sayuri by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this, so tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. She gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Isa. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayuri? You're just really going to make me say it, aren't you, Isa? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had a really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find the reason to get out of bed. And reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am. Why to go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayuri kept this from me? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayuri? Why is that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done anything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do, I would have tried a little harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Lisa. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everybody else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer to everybody in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads nothing but hurt. You're right, I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayuri. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you from stop hurting. That's what I'll do. No, Isa, there's nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was.
but I was selfish, and I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. The tears streaked down on Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you come here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish, that's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her in a tight embrace. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sayori barely managed to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make the feelings go away. And if there's nothing that you need me to do, then you'll better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain, but your hugs are so warm and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go, and as she does so, I let her go. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. She wipes the tears from her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all things, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't, please don't. If you do that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. At the very least, do you want me to come along and help you out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know what that would be good for me today. You understand, right? It's kinda hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry about it too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I found myself a little uneasy. It's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying about too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I related to so much what she said, and I got so sad and I cried, and that was like first really nice moment in this game. What? Moment of panic? Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You could have always texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take her to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it up before you came, so that's very considerate of you to do. No, it would have been really embarrassed for my room to be a mess when you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
It would be even more embarrassing. We don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Wow. I didn't know you planned it taking that far. Of course. I want to help our guests to a faraway place, although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to prove an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, at all. It's sometimes what I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them at the poetry event, and I was scratching this cat's butt. No. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. A few candles and a wooden cylinder sharp object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happened to have these in my bag. I did plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not at all. Oh, it's that so. It's one of my favorite contributions on a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils and herbs you use, you can always change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel permeate through your body. I have so much cat hair on my face. The struggles of having a cat persons. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection, it's almost like magic. She takes the cylinder, pushes the switch on the bottom. Just in a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is this one for? It's jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that it will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. She smiles, enjoying herself. She reaches in her bag and pulls several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll have to have 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will be those used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon and hang them from the doorway on the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper on the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It may also catch the eye of those passing the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you were so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with the red cheeks. Is it just me that she's more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Isa. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright? We work and draw different characters on each paper, and managing the bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches to the bag one more and pulls a pocket knife. Huh! The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an inserted pattern of waves attached to it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, she looks away. What is it? I'm going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kinda into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of catmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. She hands me the knife with a handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. Feels heavy, extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Isa, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can come through skin like it's paper. Oh no. Wow. So she is a, I don't know, yandere? She's gonna fucking kill us. Rip! A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. This took a turn. This will be a 2-hour episode. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. She lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, it's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm so sorry. It was really weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Nobody would have thought that. They would be like either fucking weirded out or extremely turned on. I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. What? Did you really just do that? My thought exactly. Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that it would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird. She giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was just a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's a relieving. Manson quickly lifted. We each resume our perspective in activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue making process of the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay all them side by side. It looks a lot better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this. Thanks. Is this something I thought? Are you ready to move on to the next task? Let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor. We'll need to about 6 cups of water. Put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I did it! Yes, Yuri? Yes. I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. I I think she's cutting herself. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot here or anything? I think she gets turned on by cutting herself. Not at all, there's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurried, dismissed, and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into cups. So I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write inspirational quotes across the banner. We can hang it from the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat! What are you gonna write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. I'm going to kill you. She smiles at me. If you say so. We're rolling out the banner. Yuri and kneel opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri brush and add a few dots, different colors on the banner to serve as color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art classes project we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I can spend the time with another person. Even if it's something, oh my god, why did I do that? Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all that it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she is coming from. Feeling that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. She smiles. I knew you would understand. She leans over the banner to grab an unusual paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah! Sorry. Yuri reels back and quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. I just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Oh, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and get a small towel and then dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back in front of her. Oh, look at her! I want this. Was it F? I'm actually going to save, so if I click something weird. Return. Was it F12? There we go. Did you hear that squeak? Here. I've had down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Is there something wrong? It's just hot. I didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as she was lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. She slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. Didn't need to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as this began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movement seems clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitate to retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with the white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but it won't take a while. Well,
Perhaps it would be best to leave it here, and then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before the event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew! You say like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. I see, I'm too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have some extra time after finishing the work. Well, she thinks to herself, what a wonderful world. I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. I'm sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the more important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah, so it shouldn't be disappointing or anything. Gather her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out of the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything you need for me to bring tomorrow. I will. And then she fidgets. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that if we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go hang out somewhere. Oh, I forgot you don't like going... You don't like going out so much! As I stumble over my words! Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kinda like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even have a chance as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Dramatic turn. Sorry, just now we weren't... It's okay, I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. Sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course! She beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, she hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come over here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Oh, I hate these kind of people! Seriously! Like... If you don't act, things are going to happen and you're not going to be happy the way they turn out, because if you don't express yourself, nobody is going to have a clue what you're thinking. I had a person like this in my life once, and they just don't make any, like, you know, how do you say? They don't make anything for themselves what they would want to come out of it. They just like... And then they are sad because nothing happens. It's like... Ugh. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is split in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Don't say that. It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayuri? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the only burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But she looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are you scared of? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down on her arm and squeeze her hand. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, she nods. Even if you don't understand all of your feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm about to give to you. Oh no. Like, it's not true that he loves her in this walkthrough. In this walkthrough, he is clearly just a friend to her, and he is making a move on Yuri. That's the truth. And if we say, I love you, and then she saws us with Yuri, she's gonna be even more heartbroken. The way I'm saying is she's gonna kill herself anyway. That sounded really cold. You'll be always my dearest friend. What you need most is for the things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll get things back in the way they were. I see. She forces a smile through incredibly pained expression. No shit. This is what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest. I should write a poem about this. It's okay. It's just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone else. I'll trust you with anything at all, so... Her smile finally breaks. All of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with her both hands, she screams as loud as she can. I'm shocked that I didn't know how to react. What? Sayuri looks over her shoulder and flashes one weak smile before turning around and running off. I'm helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayuri through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having so much trouble understanding Sayuri's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until the things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayuri will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. This is so fucked up. Day of the festival. Of all days, expected to this be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayuri, but Sayuri isn't answering her phone. Considered going to the Hearst house to wake her up, but decides it's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearby complete. Banner Yuri and I painted it dry, and I gently rolled it to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, probably feel the same way as not to give about the event. I'm more excited to be over so I can spend time with Sayuri and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing the booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'm performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayuri with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You think that on days like this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayuri told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the only way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning. Oh my god, she knows? Exchange? You know about that? Of course I do, I'm the club president. She is the master evil here. I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayuri really tell her about that so quickly? About how I basically turned her down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica is being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this definitely help other people to take club more seriously. Yeah, that's so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during the practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayuri's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What if there's a %? What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayuri's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayuri, so... Sorry? Alright, try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out that after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayuri. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to the school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayuri's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer. She's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayuri? She's a really healthy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe what I ended up doing this after all, waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayuri's room, I knock on her door. Sayuri, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? She really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. What the hell? I'm getting the fucking creeps. This is why I knew this was going to happen. It was clear, but is this a nightmare? It has to be. This is unreal. There's no way this can be real. Sayuri wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayuri I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to be what has pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why I was so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, I walked her to school, I gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw Literature Club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. If I had only one chance, I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never. What is going on?